Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 15 review, and as you can see, a mammoth score, 1,423, which only is top 6% for that round. We were almost 10,000 for the week. The ranking though, we have shot up into the 1K, which is beautiful. We're sitting at 967. This week was a bit of opposite to last week. We nailed the captaincy or vice captaincy, which is great. And we had a couple of big, we had quite a few big scores, and then we got screwed over by a couple. But yeah, you can't complain with that. 1423. If one of these 2 weeks either one of them just went perfectly, we'd be sitting pretty. But again, you can't complain about sitting inside the top 1K now. Pretty darn good. But as you like I was saying, 1423, only 10,000 for the week, basically. That shows that, like, obviously there would have been some people inside the top couple of thousand with big scores, but it seemed like a lot of, because there were some massive scores, 1,500s, 1,600s, but it seemed like a lot of those were, I guess, outside the top couple of thousand, is what it seemed like, because, I mean, we jumped 600 ranks with the 1,400 banger. So, the buy planning, it hasn't, there's been a couple of things that have gone awry, but I think overall it's been pretty solid. And we made a pretty darn good decision. You'll look at the team in a second. We did only end up making the one trade, which is beautiful. But let's have a look, man. Oh my God. So it starts out with the dummy halves absolutely on fire. Oh, you love to see it. Damien Cook, 100 points. Harry Grant, 123. Oh, it feels damn good. He still lost money, which is so funny. He lost money, but obviously his break-even is going to be pretty low this week, and he'll start going up again. But yeah, it feels good to finally have Grant score a big one. Back-to-back 34s. He had a buy in between. It's been a rough month for Harry Grant owners, but he's repaid the faith in a big way. And Damien Cook, 100 banger. Now, we'll go into the ramifications with Origin after we go through the scoring, because there's a lot to talk about, and we've been pretty fortunate, I would say. And, some good decisions not to trade, I would say. So the front row, Tohu Harris, once again, just 76. He didn't play the full 80, but he did get a nice little try assist, so love to see it. Joe Tarpany, 49. Not his best game. I don't really remember this. I didn't get to watch much of it. The Raiders obviously were pretty disappointing. He played 61 minutes still. The Warriors just flogged them, really. They dominated. So Tarpany, it is what it is. It's fine. Semi-Finu. So disappointingly, he went back to the bench, which I honestly don't understand, because Ethan Bullimore, I like Bullimore a lot. I'm still disappointed he left the Broncos, because I think he's got a lot to offer. I think he is a middle forward though, Bullimore. They tried playing him in the back row a couple of years ago. Was that last year? I don't know. And he's okay. He's fine on an edge, but I think his footwork and speed through the middle, that's his position. And this game, he played the first, 30 minutes, because Finu came on and played the rest of the game in the back row. Yeah, he played 50 minutes. I don't know. I guess Seabold just doesn't want Finu playing 80. I don't know. It's strange. He got 33. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit annoying. Hopefully he reverts back to being on the edge. I don't know. He looked pretty good on the edge, so I don't understand it, but we'll see what happens there. The back row. Oh, okay, so Johnny Bateman, 68. Lovely. He's been a fantastic purchase these last couple of weeks. Eli Katoa with the 12. Oh, man. This is one of those ones, dude. I just knew as soon as it happened, I knew, thankfully it wasn't a bad, concussion or head knock, so to speak, but I just saw Mulatalo was over there concerned, and I'm like, oh God, he's cut open here on the eye. He's not going to come back, is he? It's going to be a nasty one. I'm just praying that he backs up. I mean, surely he does. Like, I'm assuming it's going to be a bit of a, a staple job to fix up. I don't know. I didn't see it, but obviously a nasty cut in a awkward position. So I'm just hoping he plays this week and next week. Just otherwise, it's going to be a bloody disaster for me. But yeah, 12 points. He was looking good too, and that's what makes it even worse. The Storm flogged the Sharks. Solomona goes out to the edge where Katoa was and just dominated. Now, obviously, Solomona, he's probably a little bit more hard to handle than Katoa, but not by much. I still think Katoa on that edge would have fucking ran rampant as well. Like, they were just giving Matty Moylan an absolute bath on that edge. So disappointing because Katoa was in for a big one, but it is what it is. Brycey Cartwright, 77, looked fantastic. Got a nice little offload try assist. I got to say, so the Eels game was on Monday, obviously. I feel like all the Eels players, I didn't check all of them, but you'll see Gutherson as well. The final scores for them didn't update at all, and I feel like, honestly, I was expecting Cartwright to update more. I was expecting Gutherson maybe too. I didn't check Moses. I'll be interested to see what happened with Moses because he was on like 89, like on the final score. But I was like, he's gonna update surely. But the fact is, they lock it out pretty. Like they got to get it rolling, so they only had like half a day to do it. And usually, like a lot of the games, they take like 2 days to actually finalize the score. So I was just like, did they just not update any of the Eels players? Because I don't know. We'll see what happens with Moses. I feel like that's probably the key. If Moses didn't change score, I feel like they just dudded. I feel like they dudded all the Eels players in that game because there were definitely some. I feel like there were some points left on the table there, but yeah, it is what it is. Jackson Ford with 34. I mean, I wanted to, he was a guy on the chopping block. I didn't play him this week, obviously. He's got the bye, but yeah, again, there was just no certainty about who to bring in. But now with the Origin team selected, I think it's a bit easier to now trade Ford out. He's done a fantastic job for me. He only dropped, what did he drop? Maybe like 20k? Yeah, 20k. He's been great. He's been fantastic. Can't complain. Josh Schuster with a 37. We did end up playing him. I thought, I was pretty confident the Eagles were going to flog the Dolphins, and it was just one of those games where Schuster didn't feature in any of the tries, man. He thankfully got that one try assist off a kick, but it is what it is. We'll take the 37. There were definitely lower scores, so it's fine. Our halves. Now the halves were pretty. The halves were the most disappointing position this week. So Nico Hines, 43. Yeah, I honestly had a shocker. I mean, the whole Sharks played terribly, but Nico wasn't good. I know people are sort of trying to come to the defense of Nico, say that, it wasn't his fault, the Sharks were bad. But Nico was pretty bad that game, especially for, an Origin audition. Wasn't one of his best games, and the silver lining here is that he's gonna play this week. It's everybody's gonna bring Hines back in who sold him, which is fine. But it saves us a trade. Like, we didn't have to trade him out, we didn't have to trade him back in. So yeah, it's not too bad for us at all. Joey Manu with a 51. I mean, he looks shocking. Like, it's like the Roosters look shocking, but Joey Manu he does not look good at all. Now, he did end up going back to the centres, with Sandon Smith, I think, going into the halves, like, later in the game, but yeah, I don't know. He just, you'll take the 51, but man, oh man, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with Joey Manu. I think ideally after Origin, like, getting in Cameron Munster is the dream, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Manu. You would expect over Origin he'll play fullback, maybe. Actually, how long? Yeah, Suoli'i was out for a fair while, actually. So yeah, Manu you would expect to go to fullback, which surely he can score a few points at fullback. The back line. Oh, baby, the back line. So, Ruben Garrick, 169. Everyone was up in arms about him playing in the centres, and I get the point. Like, obviously on the wing, there's more chance to score a try and line breaks and this and that, and probably more carries as a whole. But like, I think people forget, like, most of the times he's played in the centres, he hasn't had Tom Trbojevic and Schuster in the team with him, with Cherry Evans. Like, it hasn't been a full-strength team when Garrick's been in the centres. Like, I was 100% confident that Garrick was going to... Like, I didn't think he would go 170, but I knew he was going to go big. Like, that was why he was such an obvious vice-captaincy for me. Now, not trying to be a, hindsight hero here, but personally for me, it felt like a pretty easy vice-captain. There just weren't that many good options in my team personally other than Garrick, so that's why we went him vice-captain. And obviously with Cody Walker being ruled out. So that's the funny part about it, is that if Cody Walker wasn't ruled out, I probably would have gone Cody Walker vice-captain against the Dragons. Now, Walker might have come out and got 150 as well, but we wouldn't have got the Garrick 170. So, a bit of luck there, I guess. But yeah, like, it was a full-strength team. Like, I wasn't concerned. Like, he's going to get early footy. I think, honestly, Gary's one of the most underrated players in the comp. Like, he's made his Australian debut, but he never gets talked about for New South Wales, even though I think he's one of the best wingers in the comp. And I don't know if he's going to shift to the centres. I mean, a full-strength team, he probably does, but he never gets even mentioned in New South Wales discussions for whatever reason. But yeah, he was fantastic. Mulitalo, it was nice. He got a nice little try at the end there. You'll love to see it. So 73. Jared Croker, he was only on like 40 odd, and then he updated to 55. So we'll take it. Val Holmes, obviously, we still haven't traded out, but he was a nice little loop for us. Alex Johnston, we didn't end up playing, but he was our lowest scorer, so we got the Johnston auto emergency anyway with a 28. I mean, without Cody Walker, Latrell Mitchell, I was pretty confident Johnston wasn't going to do too well, but we still got his points regardless. Sonny Taruva, 60 points. He got a nice try assist and a line break, so take the 60. Billy Smith was ruled out. I think it was only hopefully it's minor, because I would like to have him for this week, this week's number. And then the fullbacks, oh baby. So we started like the top and the bottom here, 100, like fucking hundreds, 100, 123, 95 for Buller, who is just... He's turning into the premium fullback. Like, he's legit turning into the best fullback in the comp in Supercoach. And then Clinton Gutherson, 138 points with 3 tries in the first half. He got a try assist. He could have had another one too, but fucking Mike Acevo fucking bombed it. But yeah, Gutherson, 138. So I want to quickly check if Mose is updated. Because if not... Look at the league, dude. So you can tell who we just beat Digi Destined here. Serenity now, 1333. I apologize for not going into the leagues more. I don't know. It takes up too much time. Let's have a look. Yeah, they fucking dude. They dudded the Eels Bulldogs game because they just didn't. They obviously didn't have time to update the scores. And for a fact, I mean, Moses 89, I know he didn't really do anything that second half. He got all his points in the first half, but he would have updated. Clint Gutherson, whenever someone goes 100, big 100, they usually update a bit. Bryce Cartwright, I feel like was dudded with the 77. And then, yeah, other guy, I mean, Hopgood, 62. They definitely did not update the scores at all, but I'll take it because a lot of people brought in Moses. So let's talk about the origin ramifications here. So with no Api Coruscant, expectedly Damien Cook has now gone into starting dummy half, which is fine. I mean, obviously it's not the best because if we look at Cook's draw now, he's not going to play a lot of games, but since bringing him in, he's literally he's got his highest score. Like, we brought him in and he's gone gangbusters. Why are we bringing him in around 13? I think so. You got 72, 66, 100. He's been phenomenal for us. Obviously now, though, he misses. He was going to miss 16 anyway, so that's fine. He'll back up for 17, you would expect. But, I don't know. The fact Robson's on the bench, you wouldn't think Cook will play 80, but I don't know. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen there. So he plays 17, maybe. Plays 18. He'll miss 19. He'll miss 20. So, yeah, it's a tricky one now. It's a tricky one now what to do on, like, after 18, do you sell him? Maybe. Because he'll miss 19, 20, then Broncos, Tigers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tricky one. But the dummy halves, let's go through the dummy halves for a second here, because the dummy halves are now absolutely fucked. They are absolutely fricked up, dude. Because, like, obviously I was somewhat keen on Reece Robson. Robson missed last week with the bye. A lot of people, like, he's 8.5%, so not a lot of people, but, you know, quite a few people would have brought him in. Now he's making his debut for Origin, so he's going to miss 16. Cook misses. Grant obviously misses. Reed Marnie is, I mean, a lot of people own Marnie, but, I mean, he's been pretty shocking. Marshall King. Let's have a look at Marshall King, who, like, originally, for round 13, right, like, he was, like, the premium. I was like, I want to get Marshall King in. And round 13, he killed it. 89 points. I was like, man, I wish I could have brought him in. But then he misses round 14, the backup round, the most important week, with an, I don't know, niggle or something. And then 15, he gets injured. He plays 40 minutes. He gets 17 points. So that's fucked. How many people? 10% of people own Marshall King. What other dummy halves are there, dude? I mean, Wade Egan, I guess, but with all the concussions and stuff, I don't think many people own him. Cody Nikorima, I guess, is the fucking dude. Fucking Cody Nikorima is literally, like, the best option. Well, whoever brought him in, like, for the buy would have been loving it. He's scored big, but now he's on a buy this week. So the dummy halves are completely stuffed. So it wouldn't have mattered what you did. I think going Damien Cook was easily the best. He's gone gangbusters, but now he misses through Origin. So I don't really know what the hell I'm going to do with the dummy halves now. I don't know. I'm leaning towards just holding Grant and Cook for the extended period. I mean, I don't know. Is there really any better options? I guess the one guy with Coruscant being out, Jake Simpkin, is interesting. Let's actually have a quick squiz at him. So, I know people were annoyed that I don't look at, I don't look them up like this, but Jake Simpkin, he is 235k. He's just gone up 34k, that's fine. He'll obviously start. How many minutes did he played 64 minutes. I mean, he got 76 points. It's a tricky one. I mean, yeah, he looks like he is a great downgrade option and potentially a good number. But there's just no sample size. Like, the most minutes he's played is 34 minutes for 22 points. The rest have been basically under 20. So, yeah. I mean, Moses Mbai is going to be on the bench. He'll play 16 against Storm. Doesn't play 17. I don't know. I don't know. He looked good, though. He did look good, Simpkins. So, he's one trade you could look at making. But I don't know. I don't know about that. It's a tricky one. I think other than that, I mean, I don't know. Nick Arima next week. I don't know, man. What else? What other ramifications? So, yes, Nico Hines. So I wanted to bring in Moses, man. I was flipping and flopping, and then I remember looking on Twitter, and there were like a couple of articles saying that, I mean, I think it was Phil Gould was saying that Moses should be picked, and then there were a couple other ones saying that Moses was firming, and I was like, you know what? I can't risk it, dude. Like, I was pretty sure Moses was going to go well against the Dogs, but it was like, okay, you bring him in for a week because he's good buy coverage and he's going to score well. let's say he goes 100, that's great, but then he gets picked for, like, it was a double-edged sword, right? If he goes well, he was probably into Origin. If he doesn't go well, he probably doesn't score well anyway, so you don't miss out, and then you can bring him in next week. So I was like, fuck it, dude, don't take the risk, and now he's been selected, so that completely stuffs up people. I mean, they're probably just going to go straight from Moses to Hines, which, you know, is easy enough to do, but it does waste another trade. So, people got to be careful with the trades, man. You got to, yeah, we do have extras, so it might not come back to bite people, but you got to be a little wary. Obviously, Nico Hines has been dropped altogether, so he is now, I mean, he's just the priority if you do not own him for round 16. Who do the Sharks play? The Bulldogs. Yeah, I mean, it's not actually that easy because the Dogs aren't going to miss anybody. Yeah, Pengod Jr. was dropped as well. So, I don't know. But the Sharks, I can see the Sharks coming out. The Dogs, the Dogs are a funny one, right? Because they look okay, but then they have been flogged the last couple of weeks. And I feel like the Sharks, they do love playing bottom 8 teams. So, they could, or bottom 9 teams, I should say. But yeah, I think Hines could go big there. Was there anything else? Yeah, so anything else for my team specifically for Origin? I don't think so. Yeah, Cody Walker obviously not getting named, which is good. I didn't think he would, especially because he missed this week. It was a bit of a, unfortunate week to miss for him. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're looking pretty good. Let's have a quick, squiz at the numbers now for round 16. So obviously Fainu comes in, not great. I hope he starts. I really do. But it's not. It shouldn't be too bad. Like, we're going to have numbers, so it is what it is. He's sort of like a Bunty Afol from a few weeks ago, I guess. Let's put on Fainu. Pele, I don't think he's back still, which is fine. Bateman, Katoa, Cartwright, all looking good. Schuster, Lukey. Oh, I guess that's the other big. I forgot about that. Jeremiah Nenai has been selected, which means Lukey, oh baby. I mean, you never know. Fucking Todd Payton's likely to sub him off for Jack Gazewski in 20 minutes, but it means Lukey could get big minutes again this week, which surely happens. They do take on the Panthers, so it's not an easy game. But they're missing quite a few as well, so hopefully Lukey fucking kills it and really rewards me. But regardless, it's a free shot of the dartboard with Lukey. And then Nico Hines firms is just a beauty now. So yeah, Walker doesn't play. Manu. So trade in Tarua for Holmes. Mulatalo, Croker can go for Billy Smith for now. And then Gutherson Buller. So we've got... Is that everyone? Yeah, that's everyone. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got 14 numbers, which is beautiful. Sensational. And I'm probably not going to make 3 trades this week. Originally, I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm probably going to bring in Moses, depending. Moses, a second rower, and potentially a center wing. But I don't know. Maybe we bring in a front row. So, obviously, Moses is not getting in. So, we scrapped the halfback. And honestly, Cleary... I mean, if you went on Sean Johnson, it's pretty good, but he doesn't play this week. So, potentially next week we trade for Sean Johnson. I mean, I know Jerome Hughes is obviously an option as well, but I don't... How did Hughes go? Yeah, so Johnson, fucking 120 points. Man, oh man. Fucking hell, man. Matty Burton with a 91. Bro, 14% of people own Burton. I feel like there's a lot of people that aren't really playing anymore. He was very popular at the start. Dude, all the halfbacks killed it apart from mine. Ben Hunt, Jerry Evans, Reynolds. Where is... So yeah, Jerome Hughes. Oh, he did get 120. I was gonna say it looked like, I didn't really see his score, but it looked like he was killing it. And I was like, did he actually score well? But yeah, he did. He went 120. I mean, you could go Hughes because he's about to go up a lot in price. They only don't play 19, so the Storm are pretty good because they play 16 and 17. But then it's Penrith. I don't know. Do I really... The thing is that... I don't know. Do I bring in Hughes? He's not going to have Munster. I know he's going to run the ship, but with no Munster, with no Grant, against the Tigers, who have actually been pretty okay. Against the Titans, fucking... I don't know. I feel like maybe I just hold Cleary and Hines now. Do I really need two gun halfbacks when Hughes hasn't really shown too much apart from last week? It's a tricky one because then Cleary you want to bring back when he's fit anyway, and he'll be back. Like, he'll have a few weeks in the back end of the season, so I think you will need Cleary. So the fact Hines now is going to play for me, I think I just hold Cleary. Save the trade there. 5'8's fine. So Jackson Ford's got to go. I think Ford's got to go. He's done his job. I mean, granted, we don't need to get rid of him because obviously he misses this week, but then he plays the rest. But obviously his minutes are down. He only played... Wait, he played 77 minutes? Fuck me, he got 34 points. How do you play so many minutes? Again, I didn't watch this game too closely. When did Curran come on? Did he place like Niokore? I mean, I guess you could hold him if the minutes are going to stay like that. Why did he only play 77? That's very strange. But I think you just trade him off, right? I think he's done his job. And the guy I was waiting to see if he got picked is this man right here, Jermaine Hopgood. Now, he only scored 62. Again, I think he was dudded because he had quite a few offloads. And they never update the offloads properly until, like, they do the updates. So, I guess I'll take it. He played 80. No, he played 64 minutes, which is fine. This week, obviously, is beautiful for him because it's not going to be Polo. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Campbell Gillard's still there. I mean, Hopgood's a little worrisome because when they have they have so many forwards to come back. I mean, obviously Campbell Gillard's back. Polo will be back, you know, when he's back from Origin. Madison must be back soon. Sean Lane is probably a couple of weeks away still. But when they're all back, like, how many minutes does Hopgood really play? I don't know. I feel like he's such a good number for this week, though. And he just... Yeah, I think he is the trade. Because he'll play 16 with no Polo. He'll do the backup. Surely he'll get more minutes there. 19, he'll play with no Polo. Plays the backup. It's just a really good trade-in. I mean, Britton Nakora... I don't know. Like, I know he's... I guess with Nico... with Nico Hines still there, Britton Nakora definitely is more tempting now. Yeah, he's definitely more tempting with Nico not going to Origin. I mean, I gotta be honest, bringing back Jacob Preston, I don't hate either. Like, he just looks really good. Scotty Sorensen, fucking 100 again. Olukwatu. Anyone else sort of... I mean, Keon Kalamatangi. If he didn't have the bye this week, I would definitely consider bringing him in because he was 19th man, so he should. But I mean, again, if the Blues lose game 2, who's to say fucking he doesn't change the team again and Kalamatangi finally gets his crack? I gotta be honest, I don't know how Kalamatangi didn't get into the team, but As a Queenslander, I'm happy he didn't. I think the option... Yeah, I just think the best options are Hopgood... I mean, Hopgood, Nikora, or Preston, all pretty good. It's a shame one of them aren't front rower as well. I'm surprised Hopgood isn't front row 2RF. I guess he's just playing 13. So I think, yeah, a back row for Ford. And then a centre wing. Maybe? I don't know. Do we even bring in a centre wing at this point? I think Holmes we're just going to keep because... I don't know. Again, we probably want to bring him back in regardless. He plays the backup against the Rabbits. And then he plays the backup against Manly. So he's a good number for both those weeks. I don't know. I feel like we just hold Val Holmes now. And then front row. I mean, I've got a lot of cash. Is there any smoky front rower that's not too expensive? Corey Horsburgh would be good to bring in, but he's got the bye this week anyway. So do the Dragons, so do the Warriors. Is there anyone else? I mean, the front row, like, so... Obviously, I'm a bit worried because I got Tarpany and Harris on the bye, but the front row is pretty fucking bad this week for the bye. You got, obviously, no Origin, but then no Warriors with Fanua Blake, Tohu, no Raiders with Corey Horsburgh, no Dragons, DeBellin. It's a weak week for front row. Taniela Paseka is a good one, but not many people own. And then, yeah, there's not too much doing for the rest. I mean, honestly, Christian Welsh should be okay. But obviously, I'm not going to bring him back in. I mean, Max King, I was so confident of bringing Max King into this team, but he has just gone absolutely downhill since getting that injury. He was even benched. Bro, he was benched the last game for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell's going on with Max King, but... I mean, for the price, it's like, man, I'd love to bring him in, but he's just not getting the minutes or the output, so you just can't do it. I mean, Big Solomona. Oh, Big Solomona at 440. The problem is that if it wasn't for Katoa's injury, he was benched. So, I don't know. His minutes have been fucking down, dude. Like, yeah. He's obviously had a bit of, like, injury concerns. So, if you just knew he was going to play bigger minutes, like, he'd be a good pickup for 440, but... I can't do it. I mean, honestly, taking the punt on him isn't bad. He's not really going to lose too much more cash with the upside. As a buy number with the upside, that's actually not the worst. Like, compared to everybody else, like, he actually has huge upside. Honestly, if he was named to start this week... I think I would pick him up. Taking a bit of a punt, getting rid of Pele. Solomona, yeah, he can score low. But the minutes, yeah, he's had injuries. Like, he's not going to play 24 minutes for 13. But when he plays over, like, 40 minutes, even when he plays fucking 30, he can score 70. Plays 16, 17, 18, misses 19, plays 20. Yeah, I don't know. We'll consider that. Honestly, we'll consider it. It's only a 200k jump from Pele. If he gets named to start, I think I'm gonna go take the punt on Big Solomona. But other than that, I don't know. I do think a back rower. Or do we just hold forward? No, I think Hopgood. I think a Hopgood's the way to go. Again, I think I'm going to wait to team list just to see if Madison's back, because I know he must be soon. Maybe we go Britton Nikora. Honestly, I don't mind Nikora. The reason I love Hopgood is just because he plays every single game over the bye, so he's just so handy to have for the bye period. You don't have to worry about him at all. Brindakora misses round 19. No, he misses 17. So, again, you don't want to bring in too many sharks and doggies. But we don't have too many. So, it's not too bad. But, yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to go, Simpkin for either one of these. Yes, maybe. But, again, they're going to start making money again, so I don't know if there's really much point in trading them out. Potentially going Pele to Solomona. I don't mind the pod play if he's starting. And then Jackson Ford to Hopgood / Nakora is looking likely. And then centre wing, I mean, who would we want to trade out? I mean, I guess Croker. Do we really want Croker in the team? He's actually, I mean, he's scoring well. So, Croker obviously misses this week, but then he'll play 17, 18, 19, but then misses 20. So, he's not, the Raiders aren't the best. So, yeah, I wouldn't hate trading Croker, but who's on the radar? In the centre wing. Obviously, Jermaine Sarko, fucking 8'10". Did he score a try? Yeah, he fucking didn't he? Did he score a try? I'm pretty sure he did. Fucking breaking my heart. I mean, Nick Meaney, he's good, but he's 700k without the big guns there. Don't love it. Greg Marju, he's just got a touch. I wouldn't hate Marju, but I mean, against the Roosters are a shithouse, so he could go massive this week again. Oh, man. If he goes fucking huge and we don't own him, it's going to be a nightmare. But he plays 16, 17, 18, misses 19. I don't hate Marju, but it is a tough draw. Talakai, honestly, looking pretty bad. I don't want Mulatalo and Talakai. I think Mulatalo's the go. Chansey, obviously on the bye this week, but looking great. Stafford Toa has been pretty damn good. I mean, Dane Gagai. Fucking Gagai is averaging 70. Who else we got? Micah Sevo. I mean, Sevo, fucking, he's so lazy. What did he score? 2 tries? He got 64 points? Did he really score 2 tries with 64? Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's 600k now. If he was like 450, 500, yeah, I'd maybe take the punt, but Will Penasini, he's been pretty good. Nofaluma. Dom Young. Oh, I mean, Isaac Tungo. You know what? Isaac Tungo. I mean, he's been like... I am keen, but the thing is, he's been pretty shocking other than the big one against the Raiders, and then he backed it up against Manly. But other than that, like, he hasn't been great. 36, 40, 57, 49. To start the year, 33, 55, 41. I don't know. Like, he's a guy that could go on a bit of a tear. They got the Cowboys without their players, so it's not easy. Plays Newcastle 17, Melbourne 18, doesn't play 19, then Dolphins, Bulldogs. I could be tempted by Tungo. I mean, it's pretty easy swap. Who else? Crichton was dropped. Fuck, you know what? Do you take the pot of Stephen Crichton? Oh, no, he was 18th man. That's right. Fuck. I was like, dude, yeah, he's 18th man, so he'll miss. That's annoying because, honestly, he would have been a good pod. He'll have the goal kicking, and honestly, when he's got the goal kicking, he does score pretty well. He's been very up and down, but he has those big ones in him. So, yeah, can't go there, but it looked good. It did look good to start. I don't know. We got some thinking to do. There's quite a few, but I think at the moment, definitely second rower for Ford. I mean, I think so. and then maybe Jared Croker to somebody, and then maybe Pele to Solomona. So potentially 1 or 3 trades, or 2 trades. We'll see. But we'll discuss that more in the preview for round 16. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. We're starting to make our move, which is lovely to see. That the team there's been a bit of carnage, but we've escaped it pretty well. So hopefully you guys are doing well as well. And yeah, make sure to like and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.